What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout. And hey, man, I got a Memphis legend and OG, the godfather of Memphis music and hip hop as we know it right now as we speak. Reggie Boyland, what's good with it, boss?
Man, everything good, fam. Everything good.
Hey, man, appreciate you coming through this thing to share your story with me today, man.
Pleasure to be here. You said Godfather. I don't think some of them know him. They even give me that.
Well, no, when I go through the music, though, Reggie, and then I see how many times that it's been sampled over and over again, and then you got to go back to the origin of what it is, you just got to call it for what it is. OTS Records, Reggie, what was it that made you start that label, man?
That's a long story, but actually it was a friend of mine, Anthony Collier.
Okay.
Big Tone. He was started the label, man. He had Gangsta Pat, and he was working with him and a few other artists, I think MC Rod and Slice. And he let me hear the music, man, and I was just grooving with it. I was just being supportive of what he was doing, you know.
Yeah.
I might give him some money here or there, and I was thinking about investing with him, you know.
Yeah.
And it was a situation that came up where he had ended up getting, killed in Memphis, man. His demise was in the Gangsta Pat was in the car with him, man, and they shot. It was pretty bad. And I went to the funeral, man. And I was just with him a day before, man. The same day. I went to his house because, he owed me a little money that I had long, it was about 30. But, it was cool. That's my man. And he had called me, and then he let me hear a tape that he had recorded a song called 100% Legit, which I do have it on reel of him rapping.
Yeah.
He said, fuck them niggas red, man. I'm going to start rapping too. And that nigga was rapping. It sounded good. It was bumping. I mean, it's an unreleased single, and I have it. And we listened to it over and over that day. And later he said, we're going to go downtown. We supposed to link up, man. Next thing I hear it, the next day, it was just weird how that thing happened. The next day I heard that somebody had shot up the car or something, man, killed them.
My God.
Killed Tone, man. It was sad, man.
How did that impact Pat though, man? Because I mean, with him being in the car with him when that happened.
Well, I really didn't know Pat that well. I just knew Tony.
Yeah.
I met Pat through Tony.
Okay.
Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Because it was GTG. That was his thing. And I give him all the love and praises because that's my guy. And if I can speak on it, I'm going to speak on the truth because this shit really happened. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like I said, when that happened, I met Pat. I think we was at the funeral. I went to Tone's funeral, and then we got to conversating, and I asked him what he was gonna do, and then somehow just picked it up. The building was still there. Pat knew, and I went up there and signed the lease. Got bread, and went and bought all new equipment, man. And finished up Pat album, and then I took him over to Cotton Row Studio, which my friend was recording over there with Xavion. I don't know if you know Xavion. They were the first black rock group out of Memphis, to be on MTV. They had some joint called Eat Your Heart Up.
Okay.
So they used to do a lot of that music too, and I was working with them on the road,
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you got OTS rolling, you got Pat doing his thing, and then also you come across some young guys by the name of 8-Ball and MJG, man.
Okay.
How the hell did you find them guys?
Okay, let me tell you how that happened. I met Ball first. Pat say he might have met him at Central Park. Pat and them used to go up there and get little burgers. I never knew.
Yeah. But
actually a friend of mine named Roy Jones, real talk, this is a real story.
Yeah.
Because can't nobody, if you can tell about me, you got to reinvent a nigga like me, but you can't. This is a story. Roy Jones brought 8-Ball to my studio. 8-Ball was a big old dude, had his hat turned to the side, big old nigga, husky bad. And his name was Primrose, man. He wasn't even 8-Ball. He ain't had that name. He worked over at this little fast food restaurant on Getwell.
Yeah.
And we brought him back to the studio. Psycho was back there doing music and, just working on stuff. And then we put a beat on. I told him put a beat on. And I told him to freestyle. He started flowing. And when I heard how Big Boy started cutting loose, I said, no, man, I want to sign you, man.
Yeah.
And then I started working on them. And then one day I was looking at, we had them 8-Ball jackets. Remember them 8-Ball jackets? We had a lot of those. So I had a friend at a store in Southland Mall. It was Oxford Street. These guys moved down. I used to get a lot of clothes from. I used to shop there a lot. I might go shop and spend about $10,000 one day.
My God.
Just buying clothes, and we developed a relationship. And they gave Pat a lot of his clothes for his video.
Yeah.
The Gangsta. But anyhow, we had them jackets, and I said, man, we ought to call you 8-Ball, man. You look hard, black, round, like a big old 8-Ball. Because I had got him a shirt when they opened up for the Ghetto Boy.
Yeah.
It was a big old black shirt we had, and this big old 8-Ball on the front, So that's how that went. So when we started working with him, it was Gangsta Pat working with him.
Okay.
Pat did a song called Fat Mac. It's on an album we put. So I was gonna let Pat kind of develop, but they had got in Pat's head, and then the situation went down with the studio up there too when Pat had opened the door and they came in there and took like damn that $20,000-$30,000 worth of equipment, man.
Damn.
So that kind of put a little damp on us for a minute, you know what I mean? Then we regroup. I had to regroup and hit Slugger up. Slugger was the drummer for Xavier, because we always had relations.
Yeah.
He brought some of his equipment, so we finished the stuff. And the funny thing, when we finished, did listen to the lyric, I started to put thanks to Memphis Power Company. Psycho went out there, took the beat off the house and turned the power back on. It's real talk. And we cut that joint, so it was like magic. When I heard it, I knew that thing was hot. And like I said, he had bought MJG down there.
Okay.
I'm jumping a little fast.
No,
He had
take your
went and
time.
got his friend Marlon.
Yeah.
He brought MJG down there, and we put him on that song, listen to the lyric, and MJG damn near owned it, that song, man.
My God.
His style was so unique. I said, man, hold up, man. The pimping is live, baby. I see it. I saw it right then and there. I don't give a fuck about that Tony Draper shit they talk.
Yeah.
It was me.
My God.
Whether them niggas give me love or not, I don't care nothing about that shit, because I know what I do. You ain't got to give me my flowers.
Yeah.
Because I've been that nigga day one, real talk.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? People know me. It's a thing. Real people that knows me, not the haters. The haters don't do nothing but motivate you.
Yeah.
But when I heard how that kid snapped MJ, I knew it was going to be explosive. So we got together. I said, I'm going to sign you.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring y'all in as a group. Fuck that solo shit with Ball. Ball good, because he a poet. He was a poet. You got to keep in mind, these little high school niggas, they ain't got a pimp bone in their body, nigga. But I'd have been around. I'd been in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Had women. I ain't saying I was pimp, but just the game, baby, the jewels. You feel me? But I knew I can create that into something to where it can form and emulate. Because these niggas didn't come out the house creating themselves. Don't you believe that shit? Now, one day, everything on album we did, it ain't nothing but pimping. Pimps in the house. Listen to the lyrics. It would have been called Lyrics of a Pimp. The only reason we did, because I didn't know if radio would take it. So I said, we're going to call this Listen to the Lyrics.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So when we got that to going, I got it to radio, because we had a relations with radio. You had Jackson Brown, Andre Cash Money, and other DJs at other stations jumping. Then you had over there at 97 jocks over there that was playing it too. You know what I'm saying? Then I had the DJs in the club, and we was in the trunk with it, getting it out, and it got hot. Next thing I know, it was one of them big Gangsta Walk records, man. At Studio G. They be down there, man. They jumping like Indians around there in that circle. You know what I mean? And then they'll break off into their little mood. That's why they call it juking now.
Yeah.
Because they'll break off in little sets and start cutting up with it. It was just unique just watching that shit form, man. And I'm going to tell you how that got formed. That was Mac E and that was Mac E and who that was Mac E that helped them out? I think that was Mac E and one of them Bovans, man. The Bovan spot. Them niggas started going in circles with that thing like an Indian, man. Went crazy, you hear me? I'm telling you, man, real talk, man. Cause Mac E used to rap, he was tough now. He used to be around them Bovans. See, and I'm gonna go into some shit, cause I know things, man. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing but respect.
Yeah.
Cause there's some real hustlers and ballers come out that town, man. Real talk.